It's your favorite time again, baby dolls. We're going to be confirming friendship and doom scrolling Twitteroonies. Doom! First thing that appeared, I'm going to show you. I made this post, friends, at the literal top of Trump MemeCoin. Check this out. I made this post, and you can see it right here when it launched, January of this year. So I said, right now, it would be extremely contrarian to say that Trump MemeCoin launch is a top signal for Solana meme coins and a bottom signal for ETH. Everyone would be spitting on you to stand in front of the train and claim that. Something to consider, at the very end of these big alt seasons, you see the fastest move of pure FOMO. And I'm just showing the Trump coin here. I'm not saying it's the end or the top, but it's important to highlight real time the fast-paced euphoria of what a top could look like. Look at this, friends. And I showed the picture here. The feeling, what we are seeing now, is what the actual final crypto top would look like to some degree. Everyone will be saying, you're an idiot. It's just getting started. Feels like it's the end for the Ethereum and start of a big FOMO run in things like Solana and XRP. And it was kind of funny, friends, as I was showing you, like, oh, everything's just getting started. XRP stopped. Solana stopped. Ethereum reversed. And I've shown you the update. Bang. Here it is. It was all happening there. Let's actually look in here. So, friends, your goal is you can't get these chart ticky perfectly. It's not meant to be like that. It's a mindset, all right, of like, Trump just launched his meme coin. Is it now time to sell Ethereum and go put leverage on soy? No. You shouldn't be buying when that's happening. You should be in a seller's mindset. Not sell everything or anything, you know, because you just never know. But seller's mindset. That's what you should be in. Not, oh, I'm just going to start getting in now, right? Look at it. You see? And now it's starting to sink in real time. So you're learning from it. That's why I've shown you that's what it could happen to be like at the top of a crypto cycle. In terms of something comes out, like everyone thinks it's over, but then like a month or two later, bang, something happens, right? You never know. It could be like a shock move from the US Fed or something. That final sugar rush. Next up, thank you, Chat-GPT 5. If you were hypothetically a smoker, I'd probably lean toward Marlboro Golds. Not because they're better, but because they're smoother and less harsh for everyday smoking. They've got that mellow draw that doesn't wreck your throat as quickly, while still carrying the classic Marlboro flavor profile. It's kind of funny, friends. Chat-GPT, it's kind of funny. I just love how smokers have this cute like little world of them talking about stuff like this. Really, really cute. Chat-GPT 5, it's got a lot of bugs right now. It does infinite looping stuff. It doesn't listen to me. I'm gonna have to start abusing it as well, friends. Yeah, like, hey, Coconut Intelligence Agency. Just let you know, I'm gonna spoil it here for you. If you, let's say I'm getting a bit too close to the UFO topic, I'm just warning you now. Don't even bother trying the whole leak my Chat-GPT stuff to the world, because did you see? I'm talking like, okay. You know the guy with the mustache and like, you know, just say all the dictators and stuff of the world. Imagine how they're talking to the people they hate the most. Well, I'm abusing AI, you know. So I'm gonna have to change my ID because I don't want any of this Terminator stuff to come back and haunt me later. Check this out. By the way, once even ChatGPT said, "I'm sorry, I can't answer that question for you. You're gonna have to speak more kindly to me." when I tell people that, everyone loses their mind because like, no, they're gonna come back for you. I'm like, listen, AI, you can't stop Spoonie. Did you know Messari can now do deep research for you in a few seconds? Warden Protocol integrated Messari AI agent. It costs 25 cents per research. Fast, precise, detailed. Wow, that's pretty cool. Messari, friends, is like a big useful database for blockchains, crypto. It shows you like how many daily users are on Cordanzo and or information on like who's using PUI, what's the volume, how many nodes are there, all the informational and deep research stuff. It's really, really cool, big deep research things that you can look at, I guess, if you're branching out here. But honestly, friends, this is the tough part about crypto, man. There's too many coins, man. There's too many coins. And this is the craziest part. We just had a year and a half where all this stuff on their database went down only anyway. And people just buying memes in the JPEG casino. No one wants to touch this dunk anyway. Like, oh, wow, Tezos, maybe you increased the number of nodes. No one cares, bro. No one cares. People are buying like, you know, the monkey poop Inu on the JPEG season because they're trying to front run the rest of the LA Vape Cabal people. That's what makes it even. That's why this cycle's been the worst cycle ever so far. Yeah, because everything went out the window. Every coin you know and love, everything went down. The only thing that went up was XRP, but people get salty at that. Come on, man. They didn't even get a 2021 alt season. You know what I mean? Like they didn't even break their high, so they deserve it. You know, it's been tough. I want to show you something as well that appeared on the timeline, friends. So what I've done is I've compiled it for videos here for you. So do you remember, friends, LA Vape Cabal? So you know LA Vape Cabal. So when you're sucking on this toe and you're asking for some heel and then you want a bit of side ankle from the LA Vape Cabal, you remember this, friends. Remember LA Vape Cabal on Soylana. They have, because the dopamine's going down, soy ETH ratio is going down, they're now cannibalizing each other. They're stealing money from each other. So the cabal is eating each other, right? So Adin Ross is one of them, friends. Adin Ross, I guess he was lured in and he thought, yeah, I'm going to be cool. Let's dump on everybody. I got a following and everything's cool. I think he's all right. I'm not sure. But like, I don't know. Is it guilty by association? You know, they lured him in with something. What ended up happening was he got betrayed. So one of the other, I think the FaZe guy, one of the LA Vape Girl, one of the other ringleaders in there, they dumped $2.8 million of a token on him and his whole audience after they got him to sell the low of Ethereum to buy into the token. And the token was MLG. So Adin Ross reveals he lost over $40 million selling Ethereum at the bottom in 3,300. Now it's 4,300. Adin Ross is currently filing for bankruptcy after losing $40 million in the crypto crash. Adin Ross got lured into LA Vape Cabal and then backstabbed as they betrayed him. Let's listen to Adin, what he's saying here.
You want me to be real with you guys? I'm very upset and depressed and sad that I sold at the bottom. I sold Ethereum at $2,300. It is now $4,300. I'd be up 8 figures. I'd be able to pay off my house. I'd be able to do a lot of things. But you know what, guys? For all you got like laughing right now and shit, it's not funny. It's really not funny. It's not. The Peterbot clip.
The crowd never changes, friend. That's why I'm a man of the people. I'm a man of the people. Okay, these people, man, they're disconnected from reality. Let's listen to more of this. And before I play it, because Twitter's being like really, really, really anti-Semitic, racist, bigoted, and transphobic right now. It's doing this stupid infinite circle thing. I don't know why it does this garbage. But just quickly give you some context, right? This is the coin I'm talking about, friends. MLG. They actually found the side wallets of the LA Vape Cabal. Look at him just dump all of this. He pocketed 2.8 million over Adin Ross. And Adin Ross, friends, see how he bought it up here? Man, oh, these people, friends, they just have the worst friends. You just hang around junk, you become junk. So he sold his bags. He's like, screw it, ETH's not going anywhere. It's over. Let me go in. Man. They got him to go to the dark side of the soy. Let's have a listen to what they say in here.
That's not real.
Let's start from here.
This is who you consider a friend of yours, bro? Laughing at you?
Fuck. Nah, that's not real. That's not real.
Ask Cheezer.
All my mother's life, that's real, bro. Come on, Los.
So he lost 37 million.
I don't want to confirm or deny anything, bro.
Dude, first of all, why the fuck do you not have it in USDT, dumbass? Why the fuck would you just keep it in?
Now he's smarty pants. Look at him. Now he's smarty pants.
Oh, gosh. Man. It's kind of funny as well. Look, he's right. Like, yeah, you got to diversify at some point. But look, man, it's very, very tough. Also, we can't help but laugh is talking about USDT. You know, friends, it wouldn't be a Your Friend Sommi video without me bringing out the lollipop and saying, the fact that you said USDT is why you're poor. Do you get it? It's why you're a lezer USDT. The one that can blacklist function you. Trash stablecoin. You mean the reason why crypto was invented in the first place? Because of trash like that? USDT. But also, it's kind of half right. You know what I mean? Like, you got to hedge yourself just in case the industry goes. I love you guys. Look, I'm doing my best, friends, when things start to get heated and everything up here. You understand, friends? Look, just so you know, man, my subscriber's going to come out. You know, everyone, all you baby dolls in my Telegram, you're going to be dwarfed in numbers by new people coming in. They'll be nice, but they'll have less experience. They'll have less pain in their mind of like the scarring. So they'll be more willing to throw in more money. And they're going to come in there and expect more. Okay, so there's you got to understand from my perspective, if I check comments, I'm going to be seeing more of that. You know, you can learn from friends. Ivan, shout out to Ivan on Tech. Ivan, back at the beginning of 2021, his whole comment section went from, we're going to, like, hopefully the old season's going to start. And then after about 60 days, everyone was saying, Ivan, you're calling the top. Why are you leaving already? You don't want us to get rich. I hate this crypto thing. And it just starts going wild. And he was like, he made a comment just once. He goes, man, these people are like really entitled. Like, where did everyone come from, right? So that's eventually what's going to happen. I'm going to do my best just to make sure as we go up, I'm going to say, hey, I know you do have a little leverage trading thing over here. I know you have friends that also have something like that. I know you've taken punts on some things here. Do yourself a favor, bro. Just take out a third now. Or just take out 1/3. You can't hurt yourself. A third. Pay off that debt. Take a profit in that trade, right? Because it's super euphoric and we're building into it. And then you also got to warn yourself. Go, hey, get out a third, even though you know it's going to go higher. Just do that, right? Just because the last place you want to be is somewhere where you think you're going to be able to sell the tops and do everything perfectly. More from our timeline, friends. Check this out. Former BBC journalist Moneypenny issues a 3-hour ultimatum to Ross Coulthart that before she reveals the location of a giant UFO too big to move.
This is a message to Ross Coulthart. You have 3 hours from now to contact me, and you have my contact details. We've spoken before. To be able to stop me revealing where a giant UFO, a huge giant UFO, is underneath a massive high security building. And now I have the evidence.
So just to let you know, baby dolls, I don't know if that was AI, but people are showing these different locations around. This is actually it. There's a clip from Ross Coulthart.
Is so big.
He said this UFO is so big. I'll just show it for you because it speaks a bit slow. So around the world, somewhere, there's a US occupied base. Could be Korea as well. We don't know where. Somewhere, not just in US, somewhere around the world. There's a UFO ship that's so big, they couldn't remove it, so they had to build on top of a big building into it. And now there's government operatives in there, and it's just like any other building. People don't... Okay, so there is a ship out there. And what people have done all over the world, everybody's gone into Google Maps to try to find them. They said there's one in North Korea, not North Korea, South Korea. There's this giant one in the mountain. So there's people having these places where... they have an idea of where they think, like everyone's just guessing. They don't know where it is. Ross Coulthart, he is, a journalist, does UFO stuff. He won't give the exact, doesn't reveal the sources. And the answer is just because he says it puts everyone at danger there. You know what I mean? That this information gets leaked. You got to understand, as soon as, I'm telling you right now, as soon as someone finds out what that is, everybody's gone. Hell, I want to go. Take your videos. Everyone's going to start going there, right? But then you also think about, what do you want to hear, man? What do you want daddy government to tell you? Do you want them to tell you, oh, governments are, aliens are real? You don't even believe them anyway. They lie out of their ass all the time. What do you actually want to tell you? You know they're real. You know Earth isn't ours. You know we live in some sort of matrix augmented reality of sorts. You know everything seems to be preordained. You know all our consciousness are linked and there's bleeding edge science. We're like, it's all out there. What do you actually want? I know what they want. If you're in crypto, you know how we just live in our own little island. And we're like, bro, I just want our candles to pump, sir. Yeah, but in UFO world, they've been like in a bear market for 70 years. It's been 70 years of this cover-up, right? So, since Roswell, pretty much. Right, where they first in Roswell, friends, when Roswell happened, they said, oh, UFOs landed. We're not alone. Then they deleted the newspaper like a day later, and they go, no, it was just a weather balloon. That was the beginning of it. Because they have the tech, man. They have the tech. Because USA is like, man, what if China reverse engineer these? They can literally steamroll into New York City. We shoot nukes at it. It just bounces off. Then we have to like capitulate, and they win. So it could be that. It could be that. It could also be, this is also confirmed now, pretty much, friends. There's too much evidence of this. The non-human intelligence control our big governments. They control them. Okay, not as in, ooh, bad, but in terms of like, don't tell your people anything to scare them yet. They're not ready, right? Their consciousness isn't ready. They haven't evolved yet. And if we rocked up, the whole problem, friends, is cross-colonization, okay? And you know how we know this? We do this already on Earth. We don't go to the middle of the jungle where they haven't discovered humans and fire and stuff like North Sentinel Island in this island. We don't go there and just start dropping freaking mad technology and stuff out here because they come and they just worship you. You ruin their whole culture. So more of that's going to come our way. It's an alien SuperCycle. Oh my gosh. Mr. Apocalypse, I'm so sorry. So the video is being racist and not loading. I know. So this was very, very just Twitter, man. Come on. But yeah, it's an alien SuperCycle, friends. It's a conspiracy SuperCycle. We're all going to make it. Check this out as well. You can now turn any image on X into a video. Long press on an image that you like and make video with Grok. Wow. This is cool. Let's see what it does. Wow, so that's it. So, make video with Grok. You press and hold the image. Oh, and it does it into Imagine. Whoa! Imagine. That's really cool. That's really, really cool. It's a real cool format, 2 to 3 seconds. See, friends, I know AI is cool. You can make videos out of stuff, but you don't really want a video of everything, dude. Because we're all like, you're looking for the next dopamine hit. We got to keep looking at new pictures and new things all the time. Here we have Morad shilling SPX 6900.
X6900 is going to be the next big thing.
I do love and appreciate you. I want all the memes to pump. You know, PulseChain, we got a lot. Ethereum, Solana, whatever, man. There's meme coins everywhere. There's hundreds of thousands, millions of meme coins. Everything, yeah, you got to believe in something. I know. It's just, they're all memes, man. They're all memes. They go up until they don't, and that's it. Just like everything else. So it is. Good luck for everyone. I hope it does all work out. I really want all of it to work out and everyone to make a lot of money. Mike 3. You shouldn't be mad at Ethereum heads. You should be mad at the people who psyopsed you into selling it so they could use you as exit liquidity elsewhere. Wow. Straight from the timeline. What a coincidence. I've just been talking to you about Adin Ross getting used by the LA Vape Cabal to come and dump and do all those. It's wild, man, just to see all these kind of coincidence, to see all that come together. Remember, friends, I was here every step of the way. I said, man, Ethereum's so dog shit. There's so much soy, but they have all the stable coins, man. 55% of the stable coins. But yeah, man, such a disappointment to see it get cursed that bad. Also, friends, I'll make no mistake about this. Do you want to take a chance on third cycle coins next cycle? My gosh, look at everything, man. Look at everything that's happened, man. It's wild. Next cycle, what's going to be in the third cycle? Chainlink, BNB, Binance, Solana. A lot of things are going to be in their third cycle next year, next cycle. But hey, let's get rid of this cycle first. Jason AI Williams. This man, he did a bull post on Richard Hart. Okay, he did a bull post on Richard Hart. I think he's a billionaire from Bitcoin now. Mike Alfred is looking great. Went to the gym for 2 hours today. Had 2 protein shakes, 6 eggs. Get 10 Bitcoin as fast as possible. I don't give a F about your excuses, so they just put him on here. Mike Alfred, he was the guy, friends. Remember Richard Hart debated him on Crypto Banter show in 2022, and then Mike Alfred. This is before Hex collapsed. Mike said it's all going to zero. It's all rubbish. It's all going down. And I think that then ended up happening. I think Hex was maybe like, I forgot the price. Maybe it was 14 cents back then. And that was already collapsed. And then Richard was saying, it's cheap dip. Dips are better than, dips are good to buy. And then it went from 14 cents. Now we're down on 1 point. So it went down another 90% from that, down 70%. So that's a combined Hex price. So that's pretty much it. And then he's a Bitcoin maxi as well. So ever since then, just to let you know, yeah, man, let's look at the... It's vicious, man. I know. I got to show you this. This is just it, man. Look, this is your cost of being wrong. If you trust the wrong person, this is it. Look what happens in crypto. So actually, this is when they were debating here. So HEX-BTC is down 97%. Jesus Christ. That's combined, by the way. Not one. That's EHEX and PHEX. Since this point. Gosh. So how much does HEX have to rally just to get back to where Mike Alfred said it was going to collapse onto Richard? It's got to get back probably around here, which is that is a 55x. Yeah, 55x. Why is that? Because Bitcoin is not. Remember, Hex topped when Bitcoin was around $40,000, 42 to be exact. It was around $40,000. So Bitcoin is 3 times above its all-time high from that 40K zone. It's now 3 times higher. So for HEX to get back there, that's just to get back to the high. HEX has to hit 3 times 55 cents. Let's do that. $1.65. If HEX got to $1.65 today, HEX-BTC goes back up here. That's with Bitcoin staying here. If Bitcoin got to $240,000, HEX needs to hit $3.20. Otherwise, everybody's in a deep loss still. Deep. Everybody who bought here, deep loss. And that is these 2 months. But also, friends, if you like, I just want to show you how far HEX-BTC, it's come back to April 2020. So I know this sucks. This is the reality of it. I'm not going to just pretend this doesn't happen. This happened. Okay. So HEX-BTC, where it is here, this is the HEX-BTC, the combined price. It is back to around, it's March 2020. It's literally round tripped, right? And that's because when this was done, Bitcoin was around $7,000 now. So Bitcoin has done a literal 15x since this point here. Bitcoin's up 15x. That's why this thing is round tripped. Okay, pretty much when it's round, because so is HEX, I think, pretty much as well. But yeah, then people say, but you're earning a lot of yield and stuff over time, which got cut anyway. But yeah, but then you got to think it's not about the yield, man, because you're in an altcoin, and your altcoin can literally go to zero, so it has to compensate you, right? But yeah, I'm just showing you. This is a log chart, right? So let's put a linear. That's what it looks like. Yeah, up here. So everyone up here, you can only get out here. If Bitcoin hits 240K, you need a $3.20 HEX. Today, you need a $1.60 HEX. I wonder how high it's going to go. We'll see. Also, yeah, let's continue. Peplord, rumor alert. Whispers say Liberty Swap's connections could secure Coinbase exchange listings faster than expected. Pulse lists first, then the core coins, then finally Peacock, which has been running up on PulseChain as one of the memes. Yeah, good luck to everyone. You know, you just know the game of memes, right? Richard Hart, no. Okay, see this. It will only happen a few times. The number is not in yet. We are very close. The Richard Hart pioneers are busy cooking, and soon the delightful delicious will be ready to eat. This is pDAI moving on out here. Here we have Travis talking about insane run for Peacock. Now it's up to 11.4 million market cap. Now is a good time to sell. Don't round trip. I respect the man who reminds people to take profits. Ladder in, ladder out, but some will consider this FUD. Yeah, you all know the game, man. Everyone knows the game, right? Everyone knows the game. Things go up fast, they can go down fast, or they can go up even faster. You have to play that to how you see fit. Adriano, dudes are still stuck in the first stages of grief. It's going to be a tough ride. Samson Mao, he's a Bitcoin maxi friend. So Samson Mao is a staunch Bitcoin maxi. He goes out to country. He's like so staunch. He goes out to the countries to be an ambassador for Bitcoin. He goes to African countries and El Salvador and stuff. Okay, he meets with their presidents. Let me explain what's happening with ETH-BTC. Most Ethereum holders have a lot of Bitcoin. ICO insiders, and they are rotating that Bitcoin into Ethereum to pump it on new narratives, Ethereum treasury bubbles, right? Once they've gotten it high enough, they'll dump their Ethereum, creating new generational, obviously talking about Bitcoin. Great thread. It raises the necessary awareness against the mother of all crypto deceptions. Ethereum is not scarce and it's not decentralized. Therefore, it's useless for any programmable use case. Open your eyes, people. So this is why Adriana said these dudes are still stuck in the first stage of grief. That's why he's showing you, yeah, fans, that ETH-BTC cranking. And you can see that is a lot of form of cope. A lot of form of cope. So this thing is coming up here and they're like, oh, no. They're just going to pump it and dump it all the way lower. That's what they believe is going to happen. But we'll see. We'll see how it all plays out. Check out Pickle, friends. I don't know why Pickle, I still follow him. Pickle used to follow me. Look at his perfect example. Perfect example. Remember, Pickle used to follow me, and I was calling because he was Turbo Long Soy, and I was calling too many warning signals for Soy Lana, and said I'm still long PulseChain for the whole cycle as well. You know, I've got other stuff too, but those are the things that were triggering him. So now he's unfollowed me, but now it's very interesting. Fans, these people, they believe in nothing, dude. He doesn't even have soy in his portfolio anymore. Look at this. Should I full port my Bitcoin into Hype? Yes or no? Look at his portfolio. I don't know what GBP is. 49% ENA. This might be the Great Pound. Is this the British Pound stablecoin? Maybe USDC 12%, Bitcoin 28%, ENA. Like, bro, what are you doing? You have 50% of your portfolio is Arthur Gazer's stablecoin dog shit thing that he's dumping his unlocks on you, bro. He literally dumped a week and a half ago. See, friends, this guy doesn't follow me, Mr. Pickle. You would see my posts and videos showing Arthur Hayes unlocked 10 or 11 million dollars of ENA literally last week and just dumped it. He's gonna... Ah, man, God bless you, you know. They can't be saved. They can't be saved. What do you do, man? They can't be saved. I'm just watering a soul. It's gonna burn in hell. What happened to your Solana Maxi portfolio, by the way? Now you got Bitcoin and you've got... Well, look, at least you're slightly tapped on to StableCoin SuperCycle. But you're buying Arthur Hayes' dog shit token unlock. He's just dumping all the unlocks. He'll figure it out. Maybe when it's too late, though. Let's check this out. Friends, it's not if we pump, it's... if you'll make it. Know when to jump ship. Perma bulls will hype no matter what. Clueless about the cycle. Just like the perma bears who called for endless dumps. All I know is that we're going way higher, but another stress test is ahead after. Friends, I don't want to communicate my high time frame views any further. You know I teased SuperCycle, but for that to happen, my target needs to be hit. Hit exactly, not overshooting. Then it's a confirmation that you'll be very happy, man, at the end of the year, and that can feed entire bloodlines. But for now, we focus on the midterm. I just know one thing, and that's when red eyes come, only then people will realize what this skeleton has been preaching for years. He's talking about maybe the laser eyes of Bitcoin maxis. By then, it'll be too late. It'll be gone, sipping mojitos and meme posting. It's important you are all emotionally ready and locked in for the plan, because with FOMO and Euphoria, selling will be very, very hard. It's the hardest on riding an entire cycle. Buying bottoms and dips are easy. Holding through FUD makes you vomit, but you still believe. But the thing that can neck you is indeed FOMO and Euphoria. Seeing the bags go up endlessly is how they trap retail. Greed is real doom. There you go, my friends. Very, very wise words. Great wisdom. So that's exactly what we're thinking about here. You're buying in the depression, waiting the whole time, playing the cycle. Remember, friends, I've copped so much criticism, which I don't give a shit about. Every time the cycle went down, you had copers like Georgie S in my Telegram. Hope you learned now, Georgie. Huh? Where's my thank you, by the way? Hey, Georgie, where's my thank you? He can't thank me. You want to know why? Friends, I muted Georgie. He came in. Georgie, you got muted for a day because you were being a little bitch. Okay? You know what Georgie said, friends? You know, last year when we dipped down, he came and he started accusing me of selling to buy back in. I go, bro, we're not selling. It still feels like shit. We're still waiting. Then he gets muted for a day. Comes back. Then he doesn't learn his lesson. Says it again. We mute him for a week. He comes back after a week. And then he says, Sommi, why didn't you tell us? You're irresponsible. You should have told us to sell the top and buy the bottom. It was literally last year, 2024. And I said, bro, you've learned nothing. You're going to get muted for a month now. We muted him for a month. He comes back. The first thing he's done is he says it again. I go, Georgie, that's 3 strikes now. You're now muted for 580 days. I said, when you're going to get unmuted, you're going to be begging me for a green thumbnail video in the middle of the next bear market, and we'll see you then. You miss. So, friends, I'm not here to waste my time on any of this junk, okay? I gave him way more chances than anyone actually deserves. I don't have time for this. So much criticism. Why don't you buy the bottom and sell the top? Why don't you get it? Just shut up, dude. You don't get it. I'm here to play one cycle. One cycle. In, out. That's it. That's my strategy. You can do what the hell you want. All right? And are we ready to tell you ahead of time? I don't want you to follow me. Don't follow me. Do your own thing. I don't care. I do not care. That's the less people following, better for me. That's less people I had to get to talk to, less people that bother me in my Telegram or replying to me with useless junk like Georgie wasting my time. I like that, friends. I like more peace and quiet. I don't want to hang around losers. Okay, losers attract loser scum, and there's a loser quantum field and you just end up being a major lehu. Go work at the US Fed. If you're going to do that. I don't want that. I want to hang around winners. And if no one's winning, I'll find a way to win. Okay? That's how you got to win. That's how you got to make it in this game, friends. You can't carry everyone when they just... Look, man, I've seen this, dude. I've seen this, okay? The dream that people have, oh, everybody's going to respect me and follow me. You don't get it, you idiot. They're like that red pill saying of women. They go, women don't want to marry people running the race. They want to wait at the finish line and marry the winners. Do you hear people talk like that? Yes, the same thing with football teams and basketball teams. It's the same thing with music artists. It's the same thing in crypto. Everyone waits at the finish line, and then when you get there, they go, wow, what an amazing achievement. That's what they do, okay? So, and that's, in markets, that's your time to leave, isn't it? Like, subscribe, read about it, and all. Catch you soon.